The insatiable demand for artificial intelligence is creating a massive energy footprint, driving up electricity costs for consumers and pushing power grids to their limits. This escalating financial burden is sparking urgent calls for government action. The artificial intelligence revolution is transforming industries, but it comes with a hefty price tag, directly impacting your monthly utility bill. The global electricity consumption by data centers, driven primarily by AI, is projected to more than double to 945 terawatt-hours by 2030. This astounding increase means data centers will consume as much electricity as the entire nation of Japan does today. This isn't just about abstract numbers. It's a tangible financial pain point for millions of households as utilities scramble to meet unprecedented demand, passing billions in infrastructure costs directly to consumers. So, who will ultimately pay for the booming demand for AI? This energy surge isn't a new phenomenon, but AI has accelerated it dramatically. In 2024, global data center electricity consumption stood at around 415 terawatt-hours, representing about 1.5% of total global electricity use. But this growth is far from linear. The International Energy Agency projects that from 2024 to 2030, data center electricity consumption will grow by approximately 15% per year, more than 4 times faster than the growth of total electricity consumption from all other sectors. This explosive growth is largely fueled by the processing demands of AI models. A single AI data center can now consume as much power as tens of thousands of households. The concentrated and immense demand from these facilities is placing unprecedented strain on existing power grids. Utilities are compelled to invest billions in new power plants, transmission lines, and other essential infrastructure to keep pace. A recent analysis tallied $4.3 billion in costs in 2024 for grid connections passed to consumers in just 7 U.S. states. Critically, these costs are then factored into overall rates charged to all customers, not just the tech companies driving the demand. Wholesale electricity prices in some areas near new data centers have surged by as much as 267% over 5 years, a burden that is ultimately passed on to every ratepayer. This means residential and small business customers are effectively subsidizing the AI boom. The effects on consumers are becoming undeniable. In Ohio, for example, typical household electricity bills rose by at least $15 per month in 2025, with data centers linked to 3/4 of a massive capacity price increase in the region. Across the country, 56 million Americans are projected to see higher utility bills, driven by 83 rate requests in 2025 alone. This growing financial pressure has sparked significant regulatory scrutiny. Federal regulators now view data centers as a source of grid instability, on par with natural disasters. Politicians from both sides of the aisle are calling on tech giants to bear more of the costs. Some states are already implementing policies requiring tech companies to commit to long-term energy contracts and contribute significantly to infrastructure upgrades. The intensifying debate over who shoulders AI's energy burden is leading to some notable industry responses and escalating policy discussions. AI company Anthropic recently pledged to cover electricity price increases for consumers stemming from its data centers, including 100% of grid upgrade costs. This move sets a new precedent for corporate responsibility. Meanwhile, governments are actively seeking solutions. The Trump administration has proposed a compact to ensure major tech companies like OpenAI, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and Meta do not raise household electricity prices. The PJM Interconnection, the largest grid operator in the U.S., serving 13 states, is also preparing proposals to manage this rapid demand growth. This includes measures to speed up construction of new power plants and transmission lines and discussions about new rate structures for large energy users. The trajectory for AI's energy demand will heavily influence future policy decisions, as the United States AI sector alone is projected to need at least 50 gigawatts of capacity over the next several years. The focus will intensify on accelerating new energy generation and grid optimization. We can expect continued debates on regulatory frameworks, with calls for clearer incentives for data centers to develop their own energy supply or invest more directly in public grid infrastructure. Solutions could involve of public-private partnerships on renewable energy projects or more decentralized power supply models to ease grid strain. The goal remains balancing technological advancement with equitable and sustainable energy distribution for all consumers. This is Geese Finance.